So is there any other entrances to this room?
Not that you can tell.
Obviously. Oh, wait a minute, and then use the power again. Should I roll?
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like they came from a work table that's kind of near the other droids that look like them.
Can I see who did it? Did it look at their face?
Brett, there's not anybody standing next to them right when they arrive, so you're gonna have to go a lot farther back than that, probably.
So not the same day.
Like not it. They were kind of just like sitting there, and then they, from what you can tell, they kind of just activated and flew out.
Well, this entire place is obviously highly illegal. I'm going to try and get access to the computers. And look around and make sure there's no cameras in here or anything. That would be stupid of them.
Yeah, there aren't any cameras in this room, but you also cannot see any what would be considered like regular computers. You see some diagnostic materials and some tools, but computer terminal.
I want to try and get into the droids and see about just like keeping them from starting up without so that I can preserve their computer cores.
Yeah, so they're deactivated right now, so in order to access their computer systems, you're gonna have to turn them on. Do you want to turn them on?
Can I do mechanical stuff first to make sure they can't explode, to try and like find the explosive mechanism?
Okay, so you're looking at one of the ones that looks similar and you're trying to find the explosives? Yeah. You can do that.
Mechanics, I assume.
Yes, mechanics check.
Pretty decent. I will throw on a force point because I don't want to blow up.
Yeah, so as far as you can tell, it's some sort of a magnetic triggered explosive device. So once it's armed, if there's loss of power at all, it gets tripped and will go off. Or
I just want to pull the explosive part out of it.
Yeah.
So like, I'll leave the arming and triggering device. Just pop the high explosive out.
Yeah, you can do that. It's kind of in like a little vial shape. So it's a liquid explosive, actually.
I will pocket it.
Okie dokie.
And I want to go around and any other ones that look similar, I want to do that too.
Wait, do you have a live bomb in your pockets now?
Well, I have basically liquid nitroglycerin.
Oh, it's more
except more stable and more explosive.
Maybe it's less stable and more explosive.
Well, that would be really dumb for them to use then.
Yeah, it would be. But yes, he has liquid explosives in his pocket.
One of the things bumps into a wall and just explodes.
You are terrified.
Yeah. Anyway, so before you even finish pulling one out, though, everyone else who's still not back there, you see the officers show up.
As soon as they show up, I in my head, tell Riz to come up to me, but I don't tell him to decloak. And I look at the Jedi. You want me to take the lead here, or would you prefer going yourself?
I second that. It's y'all's show. Go for it.
Okay, out of character. How did we know the droid came here again?
Force powers.
Good old Force Mumbo Jumbo.
Basically, the person who broke in and phased through walls and is not there at the moment is the one who Force Mumbo Jumboed us to this location.
You guys realize we sound crazy everywhere we go, right?
I mean, at least people know Jedi exist. It's not like nobody knew they were existed.
You're
Do you know
asking
why
the
we
player
sound
of the
crazy?
cause.
I know.
Because we're crazy. I find that crazy oftentimes sounds crazy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out how to articulate what in the world is going on to these police.
I
I mean, I'm sure most police officers just think of the Force as some sort of magic, so just be like, "Oh yeah, the Force led us here." They
How
probably won't
about
bat an
we
eye.
just make it vague and say we tracked?
Yeah, I'm not
The-
role playing this. I'm just going to tell the police that we followed a droid suspected to be linked to an assassination plot on what a senator.
Yep.
Senator Myro,
Yep.
maybe?
Miraro.
Back here, and we're pursuing that investigation, and it's led us to this building. And ancillary to that, there's also we discovered a mugging occurring in an alley around the corner and incapacitated one of the suspects, and the other suspect and the victim both fled.
As he speaks, I'm going to stand near him so that, they have a friendly face to kind of compare with. And, sort of like, but it's clear that I'm supporting him.
Yeah, so when you're telling them about things, they kind of are just kind of nodding and, well, writing down things actually for their superiors. And when you mention the mugging, two of them will leave to go get that guy out of the dumpster. And they'll actually, they came in two separate speeders, so they'll put him in the back, and those two will actually leave. Since there's not actually an active break-in, they don't need as many people, so they'll head back. There's still two kind of hanging around. The one who seems to be in charge just kind of looks to you. It's like, well, have you informed the overworld police force yet? Could you hear anything that I just said? You heard nothing,
Yep.
did you?
Overworld police force. I don't know. I look at Lexa.
No, of course not. This is your jurisdiction. Why would I call those saps?
Blink.
The crime that occurred it actually happened in their jurisdiction, so that would make this their matter.
And if we found anything, we'll let them know. But the break-in and the criminal was yours. Wanted to make sure that you knew things first anyway. I'm sure Chief Erter would appreciate that.
Yeah. We'll probably relate it back to the other police force. Leads as we speak. But you guys got here pretty fast. I don't remember even hearing anything about an assassination attempt.
It happened about maybe 4 hours ago.
That's impressive. Anyway, I would say, well, I guess we'll let the Jedi handle this. You guys were handling protection, and if you are going to go do anything else, let us know first, so we don't end up wasting resources chasing after you.
Duly noted.
Nod.
Yeah, so they'll, after they finish the conversation, they'll both kind of go away and leave. And you notice that these police officers are much more heavily armored than the other police. They've got like full body armor, kind of like SWAT gear, but like including helmets. And it looks like they're a much tougher form of the police.
I wave and say hello to the chief for me.
Will do, ma'am.
Right, well. Has Bukowski returned yet?
You do not see him.
Because have you returned yet?
Yeah,
What?
give me another mechanics check, I guess.
What are you doing in there?
Yeah, you're gonna roll an acrobatics check.
Oh no. Oh no.
Or
Wait, that was a nat
shop,
1? Oh, brother.
Well, right by the
Okay.
shop.
And yeah, 21 seems good enough to me.
Just finished smoothing things over for the cops. Now you're gonna blow up the building.
The police are going to get 3 blocks down the way and
You're
you see
a
the
big-
alarms go off and go, what? And have to turn back around.
I think I would like to force shield against this as well. Do I get a reaction since I I obviously can see this and see it coming as I'm doing something?
It happens pretty quick, but you do manage to kind of like get away from it. So you can either shield yourself. I guess you can attempt to force shield yourself. Actually, give me an initiative check.
That's pretty good.
Mm, yeah, so you kind of know you did something, but it happens like it's a really fast triggering mechanism. So you can kind of like duck out of the way a little bit, which is what the acrobatics roll was. But it's like split second. So really, you're kind of just like super like, but you don't really see it coming that quickly because you kind of epic failed your mechanics check. So you triggered it, and then it kind of just starts exploding. But like when it starts exploding, you kind of start ducking out of the way.
I imagine like I just pulled the vial out and then it falls out of whatever tweezer like thing I'm using to extract it, and I jump away.
Yeah, so you're gonna take half damage from that, and you still have the other one in your pocket. So,
Oh, no.
give me
Oh, no.
give me a dexterity check.
It's fine. It's only 16 damage. Because it's over 100 health. It's fine. No need to worry.
I am also going to throw a force point. I don't want to blow up anymore.
Yeah, so as you're turning, so as it goes off, you kind of instinctually know that the other one will kind of blow up if it gets hit. So when you're rolling away, you kind of turn that part of your body away, so your back kind of gets hit by it, but the vial doesn't get hit, and you kind of roll to the ground, but manage to not. And everyone else, you hear a dull, thudding explosion behind the door.
Palquez, are you still in one piece?
I open the door.
Yeah, I think we're going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't even really know it's a door. It actually looks more like a wall. So you kind of actually, yeah, you just hear you don't really know what happened.
You
to the
hear
cause.
fire in the background.
You just
Okay.
you just hear an explosion of sorts, and you can't really see an obvious way to open the door.
I have a 22 in strength. I'm opening the door, one way or another.
Give me a perception check. Yeah, I mean, you can hear the explosion, and you have a general sense of where it's coming from, but it really just looks like a wall. So you're not really sure where he got in.
We didn't see the door that he walked through.
He phased through it.
Did we see another door?
So I phased through the outside door into the shop, and then while you guys were still outside, I phased through the hidden secret door.
What? I'm confused.
Wait, is the shop?
But you don't really know it's a
in-
door. It could have just been.
No,
It could have just been him facing through the wall.
I'm outside the shop. I wanted to go inside the shop.
Yeah.
Oh, that door.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, you can open that door.
Yeah, I unlocked it.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought you guys were already kind of in the shop a little bit. So sorry, brain. Yeah.
I don't know.
We had basically just gotten authorization.
Yeah. No. So you guys. Yeah. You can open the door.
And so looking around, we don't see him inside the shop.
Guys, where
No.
are you?
Secret door. I'm okay. No.
Yeah,
All
because
right,
if you're
lad.
looking at the table that was kind of near there, and the droid you were taking stuff out of, and the droid that was next to it that you successfully got one out of, are kind of just laying in pieces.
Cause it's sad. Is there any more of those droids?
Those were the only two.
There are other droids.
There are other droids, yes.
You say this is a droid shop?
So the front part of it is just droid parts. It looks like refurbished droid parts and computer parts. Nothing wholesale. The room Kazan has all the fully fledged droids that are in it.
Can I look around and see if there's anything useful for either Lexa or R1S?
Are you looting the store? What?
I am window shopping. Haven't gone any further than that. According to Skyrim, it's not a crime unless you take something, but you're free to look.
This is true.
I'm okay. Well, that's going on. I'm still gonna try to find that secret door.
Well, you don't even know there's a secret door at this point.
No, you said it.
You said there's a secret door.
I didn't say to anyone that there was a secret door.
You
Yes, you
Lexa
did.
you
You
did.
just
Did
said
I?
the secret door.
Yeah, you did.
You said secret door.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine. Yeah, which I'm
Well,
not buying that part, but
That was when I thought you guys were looking to get into the.
You still said
secret
it.
door.
We were
it
talking
sounded
our
in character.
Yeah, and then they got in the shop and said, yeah, they were in it, and they're like, "Fuck, where are you?" And then you said, "Secret door." I'm fine. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you said, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, anyone who's looking for mechanisms to kind of open the door, give me a perception check.
I will also toss a force point onto mine.
So you guys are kind of combing through things. You're looking at the wall. There's nothing really on the wall. Like there's some, like a couple paintings of sceneries that are kind of just generic. One of them looks like Alderaan, if you've been to Alderaan, but nothing really major. So you start looking around the rest of the shop, and Kalani and Eland both kind of start. You search most places. You end up going towards the well, it looks to be like the main counter where the sales happen, and there's nothing really on top except for flat surface and like what would be used for the transactions. As you look underneath the counter, you see a keypad. It's very small, kind of in a corner underneath it.
Okay. Can I use computer and figure out how to open it?
Well, it's not really a computer, so you'd either have to try and, if you have a data pad, you could probably like plug it in and try and hack through all the codes that way. But the only interface it has is a number pad, so you'd have to just kind of brute force guess things. If you wanted to like take it apart and try and bypass it, that would be a mechanics check.
Alexa, I seem to have found a keypad that might be our way into at least this so-called secret door. Do you want to take a look at it, or should I just try to hotwire it?
I'll take a look.
Alright. Yeah, I'll let the expert in mechanics do this rather than not me.
Well, you don't want to set off more bombs?
No! That for mechanics, she's got like a plus 2 billion. I've only got like a plus 11.
Yeah, and while they're all doing this, I'm on the next droid.
Looking at this, can I tell which would be better to either hotwire this or try and hack it?
Yeah, since it's just like a keypad, you'd have to probably just, if you were going to hack it, it would just be a brute force number kind of thing. So you'd think it'd probably be faster to take it apart and try and bypass it.
Okay, that's
The downside of that
mechanics.
would be, it might be harder to make it look anything stealthy.
No, the cops already know we've been here, so.
And
Yeah,
there was an
basically-
explosion.
Yeah.
They've probably turned around.
I think stealth at this point is long gone.
Long gone.
That is true. Yeah, so they give me a mechanics check.
Well, we're also now
Yeah.
on official police investigation now. So
Yeah,
it's a little bit easier.
how loud was that explosion?
Pretty loud. I mean, you heard the explosion when those other droids went off when we killed them.
Yeah, so but he was behind two walls in the room. He's kind of thick, so you heard the explosion. It wasn't very loud, and probably like if you were across the street, it wouldn't sound very much like anything.
So the police might not have been alerted of the further incident here.
32 to hotwire.
Are you in the other tab again?
No, I was responding to something. Well, actually, I was starting something. Anyway, yeah. So it takes you a couple minutes, but you manage to pop the plate off and cross some stuff. And yeah, so you get. Sorry, I was responding to. And yeah, so
Okay.
so yeah, so you get. So you pull it off. You cross some things, and the wall that has the painting on it slides into the floor. And if you guys walk in, you notice kind of towards the center. The only light in the room is coming from.
Like I sit down like a fusion lantern in the center of the room.
Yeah, so that's the only source of light.
I mean, I can see though.
Okay, I will go over to the lantern, pick it up, and see if I can't move it around the room and see what's what.
Because you all right?
Yep. Little singe.
Yeah. So Beta, give me another mechanics check. So you can see he's sitting at. Well, you can see kind of a smoldering table, and some droid parts strewn about.
What happened?
I made a bit of a mistake in disarming the explosive, and I sort of dropped it.
A bit
Blink.
of a mistake?
I mean, I got it out, but then I dropped it.
That's a little bit more than a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, and as you're talking, you notice he's digging in the back of the protocol droid.
Can I ready an action to try to catch anything falling with the force? Gently. To prevent a further explosion.
Yeah, so Picasso's talking to you while he's digging around in the back of this protocol droid looking thing.
I'm looking for explosives specifically. I don't want more bombs.
Yeah, so you found it and you're starting to take it out. But
wait, do I see him doing this?
Yeah, I mean, while you're asking what's going on, he's actively looking inside this thing.
Oh, ho, ho! Does that have another bomb in it?
If I successfully get it out, then I just hold up this little clear vial.
Yeah, no, with that roll, you're gonna trip some of the pin mechanism. So, yeah. But it's you have more heads up. So if you want to force shield or something, you can.
Oh dear.
Well, yes, that's unpleasant. Do I want to force shield? I'd rather take more damage and jump on the thing so it doesn't blow up any other droids nearby.
How many droids are in
Put the
here?
force shield around the droid.
Yeah. What?
I mean theoretically probably, but in reality, the game mechanics it's a self-targeting thing.
Yeah, he's putting up a mental shield around himself.
A telekinetic shield of force. So if I could do that, I would. Maybe I hug it and put the shield up.
Standing right next to it,
you're gonna bear hug the droid as it explodes.
You'll instead of doing force, if you do force shield like that, it'll keep the blast.
Yeah, I'll probably just kill me. There's no surviving.
That's not gonna be good. That'll double the damage.
Yeah, that's cherry bomb. That's cherry bomb stuff. Be careful.
You could try, and if you do that, I'd let you also try to do a negate energy on the damage.
I'll do that. Why not take a risk?
Okay,
I will try to negate energy the damage.
So do it. Well, so you have to do a force shield first.
Yep.
So that's going to so that's doubled. So that's going to be 70. 70 damage. Although
it's doubled, then there's no way. Well, wait. If it's going to be doubled, then there's no way that I can absorb that much energy, even on the best roll possible.
Yeah, I mean, if you roll a nat 20, it would be fine, probably. But anyway.
I spend a destiny point.
Anyway, no, I'm just trying to figure out how much actually got contained, because your shield rating was only 29. So that...
No, the shield rating is 15.
Yeah,
so the shield rating is 15, so 20 of it's going to leak out. So so
only 15 of it is doubled. So it'd be like 50.
Yeah, so 15 is doubled. Yeah, so it'd be 50. And then anybody, how close is everybody else standing to him?
I mean, I'm
Not
still at
close
the
at all.
How big
panel.
is
Yeah, I
this
didn't
room,
go into
for
the
one
secret
thing?
room yet.
I may be in the room, but I'm like, I'm investigating stuff around the place. Pakaz and his droids can sit on a wall for all I care. I'm gonna figure out what else is in this room.
Yeah, I think I'm still by the panel that I just hacked.
Oh wait, I forgot. I also need to add. Yeah, there's no way you're gonna be, since you didn't negate all of it. That's gonna set off the other one you have in your pocket too.
Oh!
Well, my stupidity finally has repercussions.
But
You
the
literally-
one in his pocket going off is a separate action, though. So if he has 2 negate energies, he could use a reaction to negate that one's damage.
Yes, and yeah,
You realize 4 hours ago you nearly fell off a skyscraper. This is literally 4 hours later.
Not fell, leaped out.
Exactly. Yes, that's true.
Walked.
Purposely. Is that doubled too?
I thought of Pakaz's new motto is no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Wait, does anyone else take damage besides Pakaz from the first explosion?
How close are they to me is the main question.
yeah, I don't think
How
anyone,
close-
the
how
explosion
close do
only
you
has a
have to be?
2x2 square radius.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah, probably
Oh.
not that close.
Sorry, Pakaz, no bonus hit points for you.
yeah.
What?
So the
What?
first blast.
What hit point?
he
what
has a
bonus
thing
hit points?
If somebody else would have taken damage, I could have given Pakaz bonus hit points, but
I was kind of pushing it, but I might have been.
Oh, don't worry, I'll survive. Barely.
Wait, how much damage did you take off for the first?
You'll be
thing?
missing an
Okay.
arm by the time this is over.
I'm just trying to make sure
Well,
your
I
math is
took-
right.
So I took 50 damage for the first one.
But then you negated energy, so you would have only taken. Oh, wait, from the first one. Well, you took damage from the first one.
Oh, yeah, that
Like
one. I
20
took 16
you
from
took-
that one.
You took 16 from that one, and then the next one should be
50.
so 50 minus the negate the.
well, the
Yeah,
negate
so
energy
50
only succeeds if it
works
goes
if
over
it's
the
over.
damage.
That's right. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's 50.
So I negated 15 and 15 doubled. And then plus the rest of it that I got hit with the full brunt of.
Yeah, so then
Or
and
that
then
didn't get contained.
yeah, so then you'll take then the next one. You can roll negate energy on that one too, but that one's not doubled.
Even though it's in his pocket, inside of his shield.
Um,
Good work, Pakaz.
I just put my hand around it and it just. It doesn't
soft,
hurt
but
anyone.
But you managed to soak it all up, so the secondary explosion doesn't do anything. But the droid that you were bear hugging is basically like ashes now.
It's slag.
Is he like missing a part of his arm or something? Because I mean,
bits of metal embedded.
I'm missing the front of my shirt at minimum. And all
So-
my
You're
clothes.
closer. You're just
Yeah.
matched up.
some of his tentacle face is singed and burned.
Like,
Ouch.
I'm no longer green, I'm black.
Yeah, he's got some like serious shrapnel embedded in him too.
You're like Wile E. Coyote after game blown up.
There's just
Okay,
a moan and a collapse after that.
Pakaz, stop messing with stuff. And are you alright again? As I dive out of the room, because that... I don't want to be there anymore. My hearing is probably ringing right now.
Yeah, try and beam the cat even closer to the thing. Ow.
Well, it was inside. Most of it was inside the shield bottles, so it wasn't as loud as it could have been.
Like 20 damage of it leaked out.
Yeah, so it wasn't a really loud explosion, but it was in an enclosed space. It's still kind of hurt a little bit.
It's an explosion in an enclosed space. I'm out of the room. My ears are ringing. I don't care.
See, now he's gonna be spoiled because we have Shialu around who just fixes him.
That's why I gotta just like throw buildings at you guys. It's either insta kill or Shiloh just heals you right away. So
it's great for the rest of y'all. Look at my mechanical body.
Yeah.
Um.
Well,
So
for
there's
me, it's
just a
either
smoke.
insta-kill or Shialu can't do anything anyways, so it's insta-kill.
So there's just a smoking, coughing Picaz just wanders out of the fireball and finds somewhere to sit down. Staggers out of the fireball, maybe is a better way to put it.
yeah, if you're coughing, you're coughing up some blood, and you're basically you're deaf right now.
Because
Yeah, like 49 health.
I'm gonna go into the room of death and see if there's any other bombs there.
I'm gonna try to drag Picaz over to Shiloh and away
sorta-
from the bombs.
And Picaz is just sitting up against a bench somewhere down there,
Shiloh!
coughing, looking kind of dazed.
So is this where that first aid thing comes in, I guess?
Yeah. So if anyone else wants to roll perception, like looking around the rest of the room, because and Aelon, you were looking around the room, right? But then you ducked out. But
Yeah,
you were looking before
but-
that happened. But that was probably only like 30,
Yeah.
like less than a minute, so you didn't really see that much.
Yeah, I would go back in after he's out, but I would go back in to look.
All right. So
With
yeah,
the-
if whoever's
the
looking
magic.
around this room wants to roll
I never-
perception.
I never left the room, I'm just smoking somewhere.
I was
Up
trying to
against the
drag you
bench.
out.
Picaz will sort of swat you away. Or try to.
I'm gonna
You also
use
can't
Knack
hear
on
what
that.
you're saying, so
So just worried face of cat.
Or not.
Yeah, I put my hands on Picaz and tried to heal him, and like the shrapnel starts falling out of him as his body starts healing itself.
yeah, I'm at full health. And I can hear again. With that much health, yeah.
Yeah. So Aelon, you see there are 3 more protocol-looking droids standing up, but they look deactive.
Can we please not blow anything up anymore?
I was looking in the room for more bombs or droids that have bombs in them.
Well, the other protocol droids, like Picaz was working on a protocol droid that just exploded, and there are 3 more left.
And I saw he was working on a protocol droid, right?
Yeah, you guys both saw that because you were in the room.
Okay.
Is there anything left of like the head or anything at all useful?
No, especially since it was like trapped in a bubble with the explosion. There's even less of it left than those
It's
smaller
glowing a
droids.
little bit.
It's pretty much like molten metal right now.
What else is in this little closet? Cubby? What is
It's
it?
actually a larger room than the store front is itself. It's pretty much just got like some work tables and some diagnostic equipment, and some mechanical tools and Some spare parts that actually look brand new on like the refurbished parts outside.
Oh. Can I look through that stuff to see if I can find a data pad, a display, something that will give me some insight as to who constructed it and why?
Going through the stuff, you notice, well, you can, there's some like readouts and like diagnostic data pads, but they don't really have just the droid specs on them.
Can I download those specs to my datapad?
Taylor, are you in the right tab?
No, I'm sorry, I'm thinking whether or not this is gonna work. Yeah, you can probably. I mean, it's just diagnostic data that has like technical readouts. So, yeah, you can transfer those if you want.
Cool, I will do that.
So when Shialu heals him, Kaz will finally become less disoriented and look up at Shialu and say, "Thank you." Ow. Does anyone have a spare change of clothes? As the last shred of his clothing falls off of him.
Alon ain't giving up his jacket. Y'all will have to figure out something else.
You're welcome, because as for clothing, well, there were some dumpsters outside with a beat-up gangster in it.
The gangster went to jail.
Yeah, the gangster's gone.
Oh, well, there's still dumpsters. I guess you can go look for stuff.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were suggesting when you said dumpster.
Everybody was dumpster diving.
So Kaz wanders over to wherever his staff is, because he obviously had it set down somewhere.
Yeah, you set it down probably next to your fusion lantern, probably while you were working on stuff.
How many times did Pakaz blow himself up?
Twice.
Twice.
2 times. Okay.
But it could have been a third chain reaction time, but he actually stopped it from going off, basically.
Not 20.
It got
Sealed.
destroyed, but he contained the blast to the palm of his hand.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, it's a victory.
Well, yeah, it could have been. It almost would have killed him. He would have had 5 hit points left.
Yep.
It was very close.
Is there a computer in this room or whatnot? Could I tell that with my perception roll?
Yeah, you don't see anything other than the data pad, like the diagnostic data pads that Lex is working on. You don't see a main computer terminal or anything.
Well, Pakaz shrugs and then wanders buck naked over to the remains of the droid that didn't have the explosive device inside of it that he had successfully disarmed, and sees if he can salvage the computer part of it.
Yeah, so that one was like right next to the other one that you blew up, so it's looking pretty destroyed.
Yeah, but there should be some chance that at least the computer part of it survived. I mean, those explosions are mostly meant to destroy the internals.
Yeah,
I know they did damage to people nearby, but
give me a mechanics check, because it's kind of like you're working within like a mess of stuff, so you kind of gotta be kind of extra careful on this one.
I'm gonna take 20 if I can.
Yeah, quite a while to do that then, because you're gonna like slowly comb through and take out all the pieces around it.
Yeah, I mean, I've blown myself up enough times because it's been exploded to the point where he's actually cautious for a little bit. Even though he has no reason to be, because the explodey stuff is gone from this one, but still.
Lexa, what are you finding over on those data pads? Anything useful?
I found schematics for how these droids were built, but nothing beyond that. Still, I figure perhaps if we show this to the right person, we might learn a little more.
That should be a good idea.
Also, Lexa, when you were looking around, you noticed a very heavily shielded box corner, kind of underneath one of the benches.
It's a good thing it's heavily shielded.
When you say heavily shielded, do you mean
Like thick metal.
Prevent people to
Shielded.
get in, or prevent explosion from getting in, or prevent explosion from getting out?
You
I
can't
don't know.
prevent explosion from getting out. It just gets out in a much more explosive way.
I say I just found this metal box though. Step back. Given what's going on, I don't want to take any chances.
Oh, of course. And Elon will step back.
I want to take a perception check, and I want to see if I can tell if it's booby-trapped.
Alright.
Before she does that, I just want to note that I never did enter the building. I'm still in the street. What was it? Was it just the mechanics rules were not great?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
raw,
very
yeah.
explosive. Yeah, it needed a 30. Yeah, yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah, that and he rolled a natural one on one of them, if not
Yeah,
two.
the first one I rolled in
Yeah.
that one, so I didn't have any idea as where to gauge where it was, so I couldn't jump in. So I didn't jump in and say at the 28, I use a force point because I didn't know that it hadn't rolled over. Because
Yeah.
I only had a nat 1 to go on, which doesn't give me any idea as to where the DC is.
Yeah. It was like, it's either a 38 or a nat 1. But yeah.
At least now I know that if I hit a 28, I need to hit a 30 at least.
Yeah, it was a 30.
But I don't think Picaz is very interested in going in. Somehow getting a nat 1 again.
Anyway. Lexa, as far as you can tell, it just kind of looks like a box. It doesn't really look like it has any mechanical things on it. From the outside, at least.
Okay. I gingerly take the box from underneath the desk and place it on top of the desk.
As you pick it up, you notice it kind of sounds like it's humming a little bit.
Then I quickly put it on the desk and I step back out of the room.
Alright. You scurry away from it, but it's just sitting there.
So everyone just
Hey,
sees
wait.
Lexa leave the room.
I'm going to stand at the doorway for about 5 minutes and I'm just going to stare at it.
What's up, lass? It make a noise or something?
It's humming. I just want to be sure.
Well, that's not good. Alright.
Well, because or I can drain the energy out of it.
No. In case the device requires that, I don't want to do anything to it until we know what we're dealing with.
Yeah, you hear Picaz from across the room say, "Last time I drained energy out of one of the droids, it blew up."
As soon as 5 minutes are up, I will approach it again.
All right. And it's still making the humming sound.
Is it locked?
It looks like it's got a latch on it, kind of like it was like a button release, but it doesn't seem locked to you.
This is gonna sound silly. I'm gonna step back. I'm going to take out Deliverance. Or no, sorry. Bloodseeker. And I'm gonna hold it out as far as I can and push the button from a distance with Bloodseeker.
What are we doing here?
He's opening the humming box.
With a double-bladed vibroblade.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's standing as far away as possible.
Yep.
Yeah, she's like 8 feet from it.
What room are you in, and where are we?
I've kept it in the explodey room, so everyone should be safe.
Did we ever get Picaz out of there?
I don't know. Shialu, where did you heal him? And also, where's Picaz now? Because, where is
La-
Picaz
la-
still?
last I recall, he
Yeah, I
didn't
healed him
want
right
to move.
where he was. Like I rushed over to him.
So
when
I
he
took
came out of the explosion.
I took 20 on looking through the pile of wreckage that could be somewhat intact because it didn't have its bomb in it.
Oh, right, yeah. He's over by the wreckage of the smaller droids.
Naked.
Looking for stuff. Well, not completely, but yeah, pretty not close.
If I turned the metal into slag, my clothing turned to ash.
Only the front half.
The back probably too. It was a bubble.
Yeah, you're pretty. Yeah, I mean, it's yeah.
I mean, I'm open to reasons for him not being naked, but I mean, that's probably what happened.
Anyway, holding a sword 8 foot away, doing everything I can to say, okay, going to press the button. Anyone who wants to leave now should leave.
How about...
I'm good.
And I'll be standing behind Lexa, making sure she's okay, but at the
You
same
sure
time,
you don't want to
at
stand
an
back
angle where
and... Maybe we should all stand back and I should use the force to push it.
And Picaz makes sure that the computer parts, wherever they would be, are inside the bubble with him.
Yeah, I mean that's like in the opposite corner of the room, kind of off to the side. So it's like the box is in more of a corner. So
Did
it's
anyone
fairly
hear my
far away from you.
suggestion?
I heard it, but I just say, don't. It's fine. I can survive an explosion more than you can. Just be fine.
Yeah, but we could all be further back, including me.
Look, I just don't want to do anything weird. Sorry.
It's probably not an explosive big enough to blow the whole building down, so you're probably safe.
And I push the button.
That's very encouraging because
And then we take a break. And I'm just kidding. I'll tell you we all die before we take a break. And then we'll switch to what's happening outside with John. Yay! All right. So you press the button, and you kind of hear some mechanisms kind of sliding around, and the top slowly opens. And nothing happens. It just opens.
Can I see what's in the box from here?
It's a little hard to tell from how far back you are. A little bit louder now, though.
Can Kalani see what's in the box from here?
But
with the force, I assume you mean?
no, you're
Have,
taller,
like-
so you have a better angle on it.
Laser sharp vision. I just motion you over closer to me, and I'm like, What do you see?
Perception check, I assume.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
What were you saying about laser sharp vision?
Yeah, okay, so from how far away you are, you can... It looks like there's a smaller box inside the big box. And from what it looks kind of like it's hovering inside it. you're thinking, well, the way it looks kind of like it's floating, kind of like it's using some sort of repulsor lift system or something that's miniaturized.
Have either a really bad or a really good feeling about what's in the box.
But the second box is
Okay.
closed, so you can't really see what's inside it. But it's kind of floating, stationary.
Okay. Why would they put a box in another box?
I put Bloodseeker away. And I approach, and I just want to look at it from a mechanic's point of view. Sort
And
of.
roll mechanics.
That's a lousy roll.
Yes. So you can tell it's a box that's floating.
Seems to be using some sort of repulsor lift device. Interesting.
With
You
my
What
don't
is?
know how it's working or what it's doing. You got nothing.
You hear what is from over in the other corner.
Don't worry about it. If it's something, we'll let you know. Think you've had enough fun for one day.
Would my past experience with Republic Security give me any insight as to what this is?
I mean, out of character, I'm trying
Give
to
me an
angle
intelligence check.
so that I could look at the box and then roll a technology knowledge roll, which I am focused in.
Yeah. Aelon can either give me that or an intelligence check. Yeah, so that's pretty good roll. So you think that it kind of looks like something that would be used to transport volatile materials, to kind of stabilize
Oh,
it.
wonderful.
So
That was my thoughts the moment you said all of the stuff about the repulsor box inside the box.
yeah, so basically the way that you think it functions, Aelon, is that if the outside is jostled too quickly, the interior box is stabilized in the motion, so that it's slower and less drastic.
So we're basically talking about a futuristic system to keep nitroglycerin from going boom.
Basically,
Yep.
yeah.
That's exactly what I wanted to know.
Do be careful. This could possibly be for transportation of volatile substances such as go boom.
Kaz immediately perks up and says, "What?"
No,
With that, I
that was in character. That no was in character.
I close the box, reseal it, and pack it away in my pack.
Yeah, how much jostling can that take, even with the padding box?
You still might not want to jostle that around. Maybe
Wait, sorry,
set it
sorry.
down instead of put it in your bag.
Yeah, no, I maybe wasn't clear on how big this box is. It's about like a cube that's about 2 by 2 by 2.
Feet.
Oh,
So
And
it's
the
fairly
inner.
it's a fairly large box, and the inner one is it's actually quite a bit smaller. It's about 6 inches on each side.
we have a speeder though, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I take it to the speeder.
So it's like a crate with a small box floating in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
The basic idea behind the concept is to make sure that whatever's inside the small box doesn't jostle too quickly, or else it will be volatile and
Yeah.
explosive, as we
You
have
see.
seen so far.
I
Yeah.
immediately went to the nitroglycerin sort of conclusion because I have a family friend who once did hazardous materials transport for the military a couple times, and what they do is they fill sometimes they'll fill a big cement truck with water and then or something else, and they'll suspend inside of it. Well, no, not a cement truck, it's a specialized truck. Why
yeah.
the cement truck came into my mind, I don't know. But anyways, then they suspend inside they suspend in the center of the tank of water a small vial of nitroglycerin. And
Yeah.
even then, you're still always wondering while you're driving that thing if you're gonna blow up every time you hit a bump.
Yeah,
That's
because
terrifying.
well, that's the way nitroglycerin was invented and whatnot. It's basically the premise behind TNT before it became more stable. The old westerns of people transporting wagons of TNT and them being really careful all the time. Yeah, that's what we're talking about here. Really careful with this. Although it's in a repulsor
that wasn't.
box.
That wasn't TNT at that point, though, right? That was dynamite
Yeah.
or something like that.
Oh, TNT, dynamite, same thing, aren't they?
No, they're chemically different.
Oh,
Correct,
That's good
yeah.
to know.
TNT stands for trinitrotoluene. Dynamite is a mixture of several components. I think one of them is, I don't remember.
Yeah, this would be the early versions of like dynamite and whatnot. You don't mess with the stuff, basically.
Yeah, if I recall, it's nitroglycerin mixed with some other stuff, and the old stuff of that can crystallize. If you ever come upon a box of old sticks of dynamite and there's shiny stuff melted out of it, stay far away because that's unstable.
Anyway.
I don't feel like I'd often be encountering old cases of dynamite, but I'll keep
Yeah,
Well, if
and,
you
and
happen
I
to
would-
like
I would
hiking for
say-
whatever
You're going
reason,
in the mines. Like you're running away from the despotic government, and you're like hiding in these caves, and you find a box. You're like, "Oh, look, dynamite!" No.
what's this? Open it up, crack.
Just
Anyway,
Yeah,
we're gonna
dynamite-
take our break as Lexa is carrying this box out to the speeder, and we're gonna take a
Very,
break.
very gingerly. I'm aware of what's in it.
yeah,
It's a
just
good thing we didn't drain energy
dynamite
on it.
alone get scary enough.
Yeah, drain energy might have been a little sketch on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually watched some people with like very small amounts of nitroglycerin. They put it on their finger, then flick it on the ground, and go. Very, very, very small amounts.
That sounds safe.
Oh,
That sounds terrifying.
Well, it just goes up in a little bit of smoke. It's not really
Uh-huh.
much of anything.
And that's on their finger. What?